What's up, guys? I'm Carrie. I got a question asking help for TOEFL listening, especially for problem solving. I believe listening is the hardest part of learning English, and it takes time to improve. I'm going to show you how to answer TOEFL listening detailed questions step by step with tips and strategies. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get into today's video. Detailed questions are the most common questions in listening. There are 1 or 2 questions per passage. They ask you about the important detailed information from listening. TOEFL won't challenge you with minor details like years or places, just like what you are asked in the history exam. Detailed questions are about information that you need to know from listening. Imagine you were in the conversation or lecture of the listening. Do you know what the class is for, or what does the professor say about the test? Are you able to understand all the important information? Since detailed questions answers are directly stated in the listening, note-taking and being able to make an educated guess are very important. TOEFL listening is very long. You need to take notes, but don't write down everything. Just grab keywords from the listening like nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Let's see a short example from ETS. It's only 30 seconds. Grab a pen and a piece of paper to take notes.
Hi, I'm new here. I couldn't come to the student orientation, and I'm wondering if you can give me a few quick pointers about the library. I'd really appreciate it.
Sure, I'd be glad to. What's your major area of study?
Latin American literature.
Okay. Well, over here's the section where we have language, literature, and the arts. And if you go downstairs, you'll find the history section. Generally, the students who concentrate in Latin American literature find themselves researching in the history section a lot.
You're right. I'm a transfer student. I've already done a year at another university, so I know how the research can go. I spent a lot of time in the history section.
Here's the question. If you see a question like this, it's a detailed question. First, understand the question and answer choices by grabbing keywords. Why librarian point out history section? A. Point out closest area contain copy machine. Did you hear copy machine? No, it's not mentioned, so A is wrong. B. She assumes he do research there. Yes, she says you probably need to research a lot, so B is correct. If you are not sure about your answer and you still have time, check the other answer choices. C. Student look for a book. No, he doesn't. He says he missed the orientation. D. Students mistakenly assume the section contains literature books. No, it's not mentioned in the listening. C. TOEFL is not testing your memory, but your understanding to the listening. But its listening is very long. If you don't get used to the listening speed or are not familiar with some vocabulary, you may not get the correct answer. However, I'm going to tell you how to get the correct answer with the higher chance. TOEFL listening is well organized. Answers show up in the same order as questions appear in the listening, and there's always a theme in each mini conversation. Speakers may pause or emphasize the key information. Pay attention to the signals like this and the points that are repeated and transition words. Also, check the visuals if you hear some unfamiliar terms. TOEFL will show special words for you like this or even give an explanation sometimes. This will help you understand the listening. Remember to check the computer screen during listening. Here's another example of a lecture. It's also about 30 seconds.
Okay, so quick summary of how echolocation works.
Pay attention. The speaker says okay and pauses a little. This is the signal for new information.
The bat emits these ultrasonic pulses, very high-pitched sound waves that we can't hear. And then they analyze the echoes, how the waves bounce back. Here, let me finish this diagram I started before class. So the bat sends out these pulses, very focused bursts of sound, and echoes bounce back. You know, I don't think I need to draw in the echoes. Your reading assignment for the next class, it has a diagram that shows this very clearly. So
here's the question, and it's a detailed question. Why professor not add more information to diagram? If you take notes and you know that she says reading assignment has a diagram. Then you go to the answer choices and grab keywords. A. She wants students complete the diagram themselves. She mentions assignment, but she doesn't mention this diagram is an assignment, so A is wrong. B. She needs to look up information, complete the diagram. No, she doesn't mention it. C. Additional information is not relevant to topic. This is wrong because she's talking about the topic. It must be relevant. If you are not sure about the answer, you can eliminate this answer choice first. D. Students have additional information in textbook. This is exactly what the professor says. If you miss what the professor says, imagine that you are in the class. The professor may not explain something because you can find it in the textbook. So D is good for an educated guess. When you are not sure about the answer, try to eliminate the choices that are not mentioned or contradict the information on your notes. Then make an educated guess. Don't overthink. When you practice listening, listen to the audio at a faster speed and force yourself to get used to it. After practicing for 1 week, you will improve a lot. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe. See ya.